9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
What we're living in, let me tell ya. Yeah, it's a world that man can eat at all. When things are big that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells we'll be doing for us? And I'm giving up my life to this world, only to be told I can't see, I can't breathe, no, my will will be. And nothing's gonna change the way we live, 'cause we can always take but never give. And now the things are changing for the worse. See, wow, it's a crazy world we're living in, and I just can't see that half of us immersed in sin is all we have to give. These futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of that new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, but we all live underground. And I'm thinking what a mess we're in, hard to know where to begin. If I could slip the secret ties of earth the man has made, and now every mother can choose a color of her child. That's not nature's way. Well, that's what they said yesterday. There's nothing left to do but pray. I think it's time to find a new religion. Oh, it's so insane to see this as another strain. There's something in this future that we have to be told. Futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of that new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, for we all live underground. Oh, now there is no sound, and we all live underground. And now it's virtual insanity. Forget your virtual reality. Oh, there's nothing so bad as some bad happy man. Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. Futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of a new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, but we all live underground. Oh, yeah, this life that we live in is all so wrong. Out of the window, you know, there is nothing worse than a man-made man. There is nothing worse than a foolish mind. Yeah. Virtual insanity is what we're living
All right, what is up, SFL Nation? Welcome back to SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Thank you so much for joining me today or tonight or whenever you decided to hit that play button or turn on that radio dial. I really appreciate it, y'all. And man, I was driving in the car, right? And I heard that just play randomly on the radio. I have not heard Jamiroquai virtual insanity in years, man. So it was awesome to be able to kind of just relive that era, what I was doing when that song came out and all that kind of stuff, as I was just driving down the street. It's good vibes, and it's crazy. That song is like 28 years old. I think it came out in like 96, right? And it's still relevant today. I think it was even more so relevant today than it was back then. So, hey, That's another show. But I want to thank you for joining me today or tonight or whenever you decided to hit this play button or turn on that radio dial. Really appreciate it, y'all. And I have a great show planned for you today. It may be a little shorter than usual. I don't know. We'll see. I do have one guest in the back, so thank you so much for joining. Now remember, you're gonna be on a little bit later, so if you want to kick it backstage, you can listen, and enjoy the show from back there. You can. Other than that, you can come out around like maybe 3:25. All right, guys. So of course, I'm doing my past, present, and future reviews. It's going to be a little bit different because normally I would have Friday games to tell you about, and I don't this week. I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm going to go over my weird laws and food combinations. This is going to be a little bit different because I've already covered all of the teams in the majors for the SFL. So now I'm going to the minors of the SFL. So I've chosen two teams, going to just kind of give you some weird laws and some weird food combinations that if you're there, you may want to try. As far as the laws, I wouldn't advise you to break them, even though I read that some of these laws, even though they're still on the books and not really enforced, if it's on the books, it can be enforced. That's all I'm saying. And then, of course, my fourth and goal community call in with a very good friend of mine that I actually haven't had on the show in a while, Mr. BJ Lovelace over from the Minnesota Legends. So it's going to be a good show. And I actually am allowing the community to ask me 5 questions. So I'm very interested to know what those questions will be. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna get in trouble, y'all, but I'm just gonna answer them honestly. We're gonna see what happens. All right, so my past, present, and future review. Now, this is because my show is on Saturdays. We're typically in the middle of a week, but a game week. But this week, actually, all of the games are tonight, Saturday. So no Friday games are going to be reviewed. But I will go over week 6. I didn't do too well week 6 as far as my pick'ems go, y'all. I don't know what happened, man. I guess everybody got mad and just, hey, I'm gonna prove Ashley wrong. But I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. You did your thing. So, and of course, you made the other 27 people on your team happy too. So that always counts. But so first of all, I got 6 right and 5 wrong last week, y'all, for week 6. So that wrong column is kind of kicking up. Now, when Diggy was on, it seems like I had more luck. So we'll see how that goes. Diggy, whenever you're ready, man, let me know. All right. So reminder of week 6, y'all. So the Tulsa Desperados took on the Atlanta Swarm, and Tulsa won 33-28. Actually, let me put up this graphic so you guys can see. So just as a reminder, anything in yellow is what I initially picked. The green are the ones I actually got right, and the pink is what I got wrong. So, Tulsa won over Atlanta, and that was a really good game to watch. Close game, 33-28. San Diego took on Jacksonville. San Diego won 26-13. Minnesota Legends took on Carolina Skyhawks, where Minnesota won 30-17. I'm sure BJ gonna let me know about that because he see that I chose against him. Charleston Predators took on the Los Angeles Vikings, and Charleston won 13-10. Louisiana Revolution battled Seattle, and Seattle won that game 52-17. Baltimore battled Mexico City, and Baltimore won 45-38. Florida took on the Alamo City Artillery, where Florida won, barely 25-24. Queen City Corsairs took on the Motor City V8s, where Queen City won 31-14. Denver battled Vancouver, where Vancouver Legion, where Vancouver won 38-21. Houston Headhunters battled Portland Fleet, where Houston won 66-17. Wow. DC Dragons took on Canton, and Canton also won 31-9. So, as I said before, so far, I'm 0-0 for week 7 because all the games are tonight. So all these picks will be fresh for those that didn't watch the show last week. So far, the grand total, I have 40 right, 26 wrong. And few of those teams, man, I'm really surprised of that large margin of win. Like Houston, 66 points. I mean, Seattle, not to say that they couldn't do it, but it was just like, wow, 66 points and 52 points. I mean, these games have been kind of crazy. But on to week 7, which again starts tonight, February the 24th, for my viewers, I mean, for my listeners on the radio. How you going to view me on the radio? All right, so Vancouver Legion will be taking on the Fort Worth Toros. And let me make sure I put this graphic up too. All right. So, and as again, anything that I put in yellow were my selections. So there's no changing it at the end of the season, adding stuff. But Vancouver taking on Fort Worth Toros tonight, February the 24th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Um, it's gonna be a good game to watch. I'm definitely going with Fort Worth Toros on this one because they're going to be at home and they seem to have a better air raid attack at home. Los Angeles Lycans will be taking on Mexico City tonight at 6:45. Man, Los Angeles is struggling. They have not won a game yet. Mexico City has won at least 2, so I think I'm going to go with Mexico City on this one until Los Angeles can prove me wrong on that one. Tulsa Desperados will be taking on the Houston Headhunters, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. Whew, it's going to be a good game to watch too. Houston is leading the South right now, and I'm really impressed by Houston. Tulsa, of course, love those guys, but I think Houston is actually going to pull this one off. They're going to be at home, and I'm not sure if they're going to be ready for the run game of Houston. Motor City V8s will be taking on, excuse me, another team searching for their first win, Portland Fleet at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Also a good game to watch. I'm going to go with Motor City V8s on this one because, I mean, they do have one game there. Portland's still trying to figure things out. I believe in them. I know that they can do it. I'm just not sure if it's going to be this week, though. Next up, we have the Charleston Predators taking on the Seattle Nemesis. Going to be another good game to watch. Seattle does lead the Pacific Division, so a lot riding on this one for this one, but I think that they're actually going to win this game, probably about 2 touchdowns at least. DC Dragons will be taking on the Jacksonville Kings on Sunday. Actually, let me back up. So the Seattle Nemesis and the Charleston Predators game will be on Sunday, February the 25th at 1 p.m. DC Dragons versus Jacksonville will be on Sunday at 1:15, and I'm going to go with DC on this one. Florida Storm will be taking, which is number 1 in the East, have not lost the game yet. Will be taking on the the Arizona Scorpions. Coming fresh off a bye, but before the bye, suffered a really bad loss. Got to come with the A game on this one. Of course, I'm going to go with my team to win, but I mean, the mistakes that were made during that Indianapolis game cannot happen. Florida will capitalize on everything, as you can see. The record states for itself. Another record stating for itself will be the Canton Classics, number 1 in the North, taking on the Louisiana Revolution at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. I think it's going to be a great game to watch, but I think Canton is still on fire right now, and I think they're going to win this game as well. Denver Nightwings battling the Indianapolis Ramblers, 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Another good game to watch. I think definitely battle of the offenses here. I think that Indianapolis is going to kind of eke this one out unless Denver can actually find their stride in the run game, which I know they have really good running backs over there. Queen City Corsairs taking on the Minnesota Legends, and Minnesota is number 1 in the Central Division. I'm going to go with Minnesota on this one. Queen City has definitely turned things around. No shade to them. I just think that Minnesota is a little bit more stronger in this category between this matchup. And lastly, Baltimore Vultures taking on the San Diego Mavericks. And originally, I make these picks in advance. So I did say San Diego was going to win over Baltimore, but the way Baltimore played last week, I don't know if they found their stride yet, but I'm going to go ahead and go with San Diego on this one. I don't know, man. We're gonna see. See, that's what happens when you make all these picks in advance and then people actually figure stuff out in between those picks. Then you're like, damn, okay. Now, I'm gonna do something a little bit different with my future pick. So, since week 8, I could definitely put up the whole graphic and show you everything and do all my pickings for that. But why would I do that when I'm only going to be including the Friday games on this next pickums? So, I'm just going to go over the Friday games that's going to be happening and who I think is going to win. I'm going to go. I chose Louisiana to win over the Indianapolis Ramblers. Depending on how this one works out, we don't know who's going to come up more beat up after the end of their game. So I did choose Louisiana. They're going to be at home to win this game. So we're going to see. And then I chose Los Angeles to get their first win over Motor City in week 8. So that's also both those games will take place on March 1st, Friday, March 1st at 8 p.m. and 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. So Louisiana and Los Angeles, I'm picking you guys to win week 8, man. So we're gonna see how it's gonna work out. I see some comments. Let me go address those really quickly before I go down to the my next topic. TJ Harper, what is going on, man? What is going on? Good to see you, brother, always. Great song, great vibe, man. It has a Stevie Wonder kind of vibe to it. Yeah, definitely. And some of Stevie Wonder's, while I'm pulling up my notes for my next topic, Stevie Wonder's songs are amazing, but you have to go deep into the albums to find the ones that really hit. Of course, they can play the ones on the radio that appeals to everybody, but the ones that you don't hear is some of his best work. So what's coming down the pipeline for SFL convention news and other changes will be coming up very soon. So please keep your eyes and ears open for that. Hearing chatters that it could be in Texas, it could be in Louisiana, could be in Buffalo. So we're still trying to narrow those places down. I think that they actually have made a final decision, and Kim is going to be letting us know about that very soon. So to check out these changes, any more news, check out SFL Games on YouTube and get the direct links to these games on our website, simulationfl.net. Great. You can see all of news articles. You can see player stats, information about the teams, even from when we started from season 1 all the way up to season 22. It's been around for a long time. And my guests can definitely attest to that, being here for a while and just seeing how things changed over the course of time, man. It's definitely have. So I'm gonna hit you with the tunes before I get you with the weird food combinations. Now, again, I'm doing the weird food combinations and state laws, only 2 teams. I'm not gonna keep, the whole long line of things because I want to get my guest up here. I know he got things to do, but I am going to be covering the Lexington Miners and the Nashville Tempo, and Kentucky and Tennessee. Y'all got some really, really strange laws. And the food is actually relatively normal, though. That's the crazy thing. I guess they had to balance out some way, huh? All right, guys. Y'all stay tuned for the tunes, and I will be right back.
Des mythes perdus. chante pour raviver les mémoires, exhumer les connaissances, que la spirale du temps efface la reine de sa vie en moi. Makeda en moi. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
All right, and we are back. We are back. I hope you enjoyed that track from Les Nubians. Maqueta. I love that song. I think it came out like in the 90s too. I don't know. I've been on a 90s kick lately. Can't stop. But great music back then. That was a great duo. Not sure what happened to those sisters. And I think they actually were sisters too. French. Of course, we know we have a lot of people that are from all walks of life in the league. It's a big melting pot. So I'm going to start maybe incorporating some, of course, if you've been watching the show over, the past few, I guess 300 and I don't know, 2, 3 shows I've been doing it. You've noticed that I actually have been incorporating different music from different countries and things like that. So I will be doing more of that too, while celebrating our own. So on another note, we have weird food combinations and laws by state, SFLM edition, featuring the Lexington Miners, of course, in Kentucky, and Nashville Tempo out of Tennessee. Now, we're going to start off with the weird state laws first. And that's all I got to say about that. If you are in Kentucky and if you want to be a public official or a lawyer in Kentucky, you must take an oath swearing that you have never fought in a duel with a deadly weapon. So you couldn't pull a John Wick. Obviously, you can't just be at the last battle. You just be like, we gonna take 10 steps. Nah, bro, you ain't gonna be running nothing. Hey, I hope that's a spoiler. Oh, I hope I didn't spoil it for everybody. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you how it ended though. You just know that's what happened. Women living in Owensboro, Kentucky, may be fashion experts, but if they find a hat that they particularly like, they must. It is a law that they obtain their husband's permission to make that purchase. I mean, it's I guess it's a lie. You better ask because if you if you go out there and buy that hat and he gonna tell on the he gonna tell the cops, I guess you're going to jail. I don't know. They didn't say what was gonna happen. But I think that's very weird. You gotta ask your husband, hey, can I buy this hat? Now, does that mean you have to ask for everything though? So like if I want to buy like, I don't know, a new bra or something like, hey, honey, is it okay if I buy one? Or a new pan set? Or hey, I need some new frying pans. Do I have to ask you for everything? Like, is that how that goes? Somebody please tell me from Kentucky. I need to know. Another very weird one, and the last one, no dying chicks, ducklings, or baby bunnies in color blue. In the color blue in Kentucky. No one shall dye blue and sell baby ducks, chicks, or rabbits unless doing so in groups of six or more. Otherwise, they will face a fine of $500. So, why? I just want to know why. I can't make any sense of this. First of all, why are you dyeing them? Secondly, is it for Easter? Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to put these real things in the Easter basket to give to people instead of peeps? Like, what are you doing? Secondly, why does it have to be six or more? Why is it that specific? You want to make a family? Like, okay, I need somebody from Kentucky to call me immediately and let me know what's going on here. Tennessee, not no better. I mean, this one is kind of, I understand this one. No sharing passwords in Tennessee. The Tennessee login law, there's a Tennessee login law that states making shared streaming services shared streaming services logins with anyone who doesn't live in your household illegal. So you can't be calling your boy or your girl or you say, hey mama, can I get your Netflix account? I'm trying to watch, I'm trying to chill. No, you better get your own. You're going to jail. The only animal, the only animal that is legal to shoot out of a moving car. Now, guys, this is specific. Listen to this. In Tennessee, Diggy, I want you to hear me. The only animal that you are allowed to shoot, Diggy, in a moving car, out of the window specifically, is a whale. Everything else is illegal. Why would you even have to write that though? Who's going to be shooting whales from their car? Like you even have to put that in black and white, bro. I don't know. And lastly, it is illegal to carry an ice cream cone in your back pocket in Tennessee. I know it's weird. Let me explain why. Ice cream in your back pocket meant supposedly it was an effective method of stealing a horse that would be tempted by the treats in your back pocket. So you just walking down the street. Go ahead, go ahead. Come on and follow me. Come on. And I didn't take him. He just followed me home. Come on. And these laws are still there. Now, it says that they are unenforced, but they are still in the book. So my thing is, if I just happen to be in Tennessee and I walk down the street with an ice cream cone in my pocket, just because you haven't enforced it in a long time, you might decide, hey, it's still in the books. Let me go ahead and write up a ticket. It's not worth it. On to food. Now, from Kentucky, you will enjoy this delicious treat. Now, I saw my guest in the back kind of react to this one. And this is actually, this week is actually tolerable, y'all. I mean, okay, let me back up. The other weeks have been interesting, but these are some things that have appealed to me a little bit more and something that I have that are a little bit more familiar to me. I'll put it like that. All right. Just like this one. Oh, we're from Kentucky. Soup beans. Soup beans is a staple in the Appalachian Mountain region. A soup that's made with pinto beans, smoked ham hocks, and bacon. I see you in the back. Developed deep in the mountains where the terrain is rocky and where it's hard to grow crops. The mountain folk found only things that they could survive on were hogs and beans at the time. So this hearty soup was actually able to keep them warm and gave them comfort in the winter months, guys. So ain't nothing wrong with. I guess listen, you put some cornbread. You get you some cornbread with that and some beans. I mean, like a nice big pot of those beans. Get you a bowl. Get you some cornbread. Put a little bit of butter on top of the cornbread. Bro, that's a whole meal. I like it. I like it. Now, I don't do the pork thing, so I probably just put some smoked turkey in there or something like that. Or maybe, some beef neck bones or something like that. But hey, either way, it's gonna get eaten. This would too, like I said, these are kind of safe. It's called a slug burger, y'all, from Tennessee. Slug burger. Yes, I said it. Thankfully, though, there are no slugs inside of this burger. And if you watch my shows, sometimes there are bugs that we wind up adding to things here. But this is not the case. The stretch out meat. So this is actually a combination of stretched out meat that contains beef or pork and soybeans. So they take the soybeans and they ground them down, mix it with the beef or pork, and as a filler, actually adding more protein to it, but it's also to make the meat last longer. Originally, this was called a Weeks burger after the inventor John Weeks. The meat is then deep fried instead of grilled, served on a bun, just like a traditional burger. Now, while that does look, like something I would probably try, especially if it was on the beef side, it looks dry, bro. Like that looks like that's gonna choke me if I didn't have no Gatorade or Sprite or something to wash that down with. So no. Now for a bonus, I actually added this one. Vermont sugar on snow. You cannot sit in Vermont without sampling this one. And it's just simple maple syrup on top of snow or shaved ice. So now I'm not sure if they actually going outside and they, in the yard grabbing some snow and putting some maple syrup on it. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my next guest because he's actually from Chicago. So I'm gonna ask him, would he be willing to go outside and get some of that Chicago snow and put it on, put it in a bowl and put some maple syrup on it and try it with some Vermont maple syrup on it and try it, But hey, like I said, these are relatively easy, relatively simple from the other ones that I've had on the show before. So, but I'm getting ready to hit you with the tunes and bring up my guest for the community call in, Jay Balmer, saying, hey, how are you, man? Jay. So Eddie was actually on vacation this week. So Jay was one of the ones that helped finish up the book for us this week. So shout out to Jay Balmer. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Shout out to Jay Balmer for helping us, finish everything up. So we're gonna see what you got, man. I'm excited, especially going against Florida, man. Woo! It's gonna be a tall order, but we got it, man. We got it. All right, guys. So we are gonna hit you with the tunes, and I will be right back.
New, Hank, hook up, big time. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. You know what? I bet you got it twisted. You don't know who to trust. So many players hate trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the funk, but I don't think they know it. Straight to the depths. That's where them cowards going. Well, all you still down, holler when you see me, and let these devils be sorry for the day they finally freed me. I got a caravan of every time we ride. Hit up when we pass by until I die. Live the life of a boss player, cause even when being get crossed later, the future's in my eyes. Cause all I want is cash and things. A 500 bands wanting flashy rings. Pursue me like a dream, been known to disappear before your eyes. It seems me like the first and 15. They might hold me for a second, but these punks won't get me. We got foes and low riders and ski masks screaming thug like every time they pass. All eyes on me. Live the life of a thug until the day I die. Live the life of a boss player. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Live the life of a thug until the day I die. Live the life of a boss player. All eyes on me. Hey, Pac. The world's changing every day, time's moving fast. My girl said I need a race, how long will she last? I'm caught between my woman and my pistol and my chips. Triple beam, got some smokers on, whistle as a dip. I'm lost in the land with no plan, living life flawless. Crime balls, contraband, let me toss this. Got a lot of nerve, let my bucket swerve. I'm taking off from the curve, the nervousness, neglect. Devoted to serving this, my wet and paid checks. Like a kite satellite, forever ballin'. It ain't right, parasites, triggers and fleas crawling. Sucker ducking, get busted, no emotion. My devotion is handling my business, keep on coasting. Where you going, I've been there, came back, it's lonely, homie. Steady flowing against the grain, still don't know me. What can I do, what can I say, is there another way? Been all day, 24 parlay. My little homie G, can't you see I'm buster free? Can't stand me, all eyes on me.
Little life is a duck until the day I die. Little life is a role play. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Little life is a duck until the day I die. Little life is a role play. All eyes on me.
Y'all know nothing about that.
The fans is watching, plotting to get me. Will I survive? Will I die? Come on, let's picture the possibility. Giving me charges, lawyers making a grip. I told the judge I was raised wrong. Was hyper as a kid, old as a teenager. On my mobile, calling big shots. On the scene, major, packing hundreds at a fast lane. Bowling in the fast lane. Hustle till the morning, never stop until the cash came. Live my life as a thug until the day I die. Live my life as a boss player, cause even keep your head up, make you suffer. Up in the bins, burning rubber. The money is mandatory. For the strap, cause criminal lifestyle. Equipped with the bulletproof vest. Make sure your eyes is on the meal ticket. Get your money. Let's get rich and real, kick it, all eyes on me. Little life of a thug, until the day I die. Little life of a boss play, all eyes on me.
They don't know nothing about that.
All eyes on
Yeah.
me. Little life of a thug, until the day I die. Little life of a boss play,
All eyes on me.
all eyes on me.
All right. And we are back with my fourth and goal community call in live. Featuring Mr. BJ Loveless over from the Minnesota Legends.
Yo,
Vibing out, man. What's going on?
man, chilling, man. You threw that pocket on, threw me for a loop one time for the one time.
Hey, well, I'm trying to
Hey.
change up, do a little thing, do a little something. But I told you, it's been like this 90s kick for me today. I don't know what it is.
And I'll never forget where I was at when he died. It's crazy.
Where
I
are
was
you?
like, I was 6 years old. Actually, I remember the exact moment when I found out. It's crazy. It's crazy how things like that stick to you so young, and you just remember those moments. Like, damn, like for real.
Yeah.
But,
I remember when Michael Jackson died.
oh, I definitely remember that.
Man, that's before my birthday, bro. So every day,
I feel like when he
year.
died, that day, the world just stopped.
Yeah.
I definitely felt like that when I was in high school. I was like a senior in high school when he died.
Yeah, man.
And it was like the world just stopped. It's crazy.
I was hoping that was all stage, bro. I was hoping that was all fake, and he just wanted to go hide. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really.
I mean, I don't think it take all that, but I get what you said.
Okay,
That's
listen.
That's
We'll
why
talk
Mike
about that
Mike was living in Asia somewhere, disappearing from folks, so it ain't hard for him to do.
I mean, yeah. Well, like I said, that could be for another show. That could be a whole another thing because I have my whole thought mindset on that whole thing. But welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here, and and you over from the Minnesota Legends, man, and you guys have been doing a phenomenal job. Leading your division right now, 4-1, looking fantastic, man. And I want to know from you, what is Minnesota doing differently this season that caused this change? I mean, besides winning, of course, like what did y'all do? Was it a personnel change? Was it a mindset change? What happened?
It was a shift in mindset to a degree. We felt as though some pieces didn't fit for what we were trying to do, and some pieces just didn't want to be here. I mean, didn't want to be here anymore, or wanted to change the scenery. You know, with the new game comes change. So some people may want to see different things, or just want to change the scenery to reinvigorate that passion for the league. So we lost Daniel, and who was an integral part of our front office and getting us off the ground. That's why we retired his number this season. His was a big loss because we lost some ideology in the locker room, but we lost Vincalia, so we just kind of settled into a spot. Well, settle's a bad word because people take settled a different way when you talk about it. But we made some pickups that were refreshing to the locker room, but also kind of fit better in what we were trying to accomplish. Getting T over from Seattle, away from Doug. You're welcome, T. Was big. Getting Adrian to leave Florida after winning the championship.
Yeah.
Getting her player in here was huge. Getting Grand Theft Alvarado from Mexico City, who is balling out right now.
I like that.
Again, a bunch of pieces that just fit us a little better, considering what we had, the losses we took, and things of that nature. So it just right now it's fitting perfectly. But what I always say, with winning, changes everything. So there you go.
There you go. Now, you have been vocal in the past about different changes that have taken place in the league especially over the past 2 seasons, from the change from the game to game to certain rules that were implemented. So I'm wondering, has your stance on those topics changed since we've now are in our second season into the new game?
I've learned through change, people are rejecting to change when it's starting to happen. That's just human nature. They not gonna like something changes from something that they've been accustomed to for the last 5, 10, 50, how many years you'll become accustomed to something. When it's time to change, humans are usually against it. So it got to a point where I became, especially since owners aren't factored into bigger decisions these days, it's more of I've adapted a mindset like, well, it's going to change anyway, to Cam's discretion. I'll at least give a chance to wait it out. And that's my mindset at these points. Do I think some rules have benefited the league and made it better in the long run? I'm outset from when it's first announced, or things are starting to change, like I said, just from those words he types on the paper or announces in a call or whatever. It seems something to become against, but once you wait and see, it really ain't that bad. So,
yes, and with people getting such a tizzy and
change
emotional, yes, and change is hard, especially like when you're breaking out of that shell that you're used to. It's like you have to aggravate it,
and then you have to adapt to something else.
That's it. And a lot of people are doing that, man. I mean, like, look, Seattle, look at y'all. Look at Canton. You know what I mean? Like,
resistant to change. That's just human nature.
Right. And unfortunately, if you're not going to change, it will show in the product. So you have to do what you have to do. Figure it out. Believe in yourself. Believe in your team. Hopefully your team believes in you enough to be able to be patient with you to make those changes. And figure it out that way, So, and you guys, seem like you have been. So that's dope, Why do you return to the league season after season? Why do you return to the SFL every season?
It continues to be one of my escapes, man. I don't even have a player anymore. It ain't about seeing the player on the field anymore for me. Once I got my dream of being an owner in this league, or having my own, I ain't even gonna say owner anymore, because we're owners, but we're not to a degree. It's just being having a brand that I can get behind, that I represent, that is mine, that comes along with the team and the football product and things of the nature. And I have people, we got people that count on us and believe in the brand and are 100% in totality on brand with us. So, and they're having fun and enjoying themselves. So I feel more responsible for those people have enjoying themselves and giving them the best opportunity to win these games, enjoy these games. Hell, even enjoy Monday through Thursday when they're not playing a game. It's all about creating that culture and enjoying that culture. And it's been an escape for me so much. As I know you know, but not everybody knows that I lost my brother on during the convention. So instead of me just, at that moment when I got that phone call, like, hey, I'm not coming to the convention, let me go handle this. I couldn't face his kids at that moment. At that moment, I was like, let me come back to this. And it was so hard. And you can see it in my face in pictures and all that other stuff. But being around people that I care about and enjoy and have fun with and drink and party and kick it and enjoy football and do things me and Ashley only do. And
right.
it took that, it gave me that escape in that moment to just relief and not worry about that tragedy in that moment. So that's what keeps me coming back. It's an escape. It's paradise to real life sometimes.
Good way to put that, man. And we're gonna touch on the convention in a little bit. But yeah, man, and just being with you, I'm glad we were there with you too. And that's what I'm gonna say about that.
I appreciate that.
Anytime. So, how do you stay motivated and focused during these long seasons of play? Like, how do you stay interested? Because it does seem like some of the newer the clients that join and they want to see the player on the field, they get a little antsy. When their player's not out there. Like even you gave up your fantastic man, Hall of Fame player.
I waiting on that call, Kim, but now, I look at it differently from owners. I mean, from leadership shoes. I look at it totally different now. Now I'm enjoying 27 other players at once instead of as a player. If you think about it, as a player, I was only worried about my guy. I'm wondering how he's flying across the field, dropping interceptions or whatever. But now that I don't have that player to focus in on, I got 27 other people to worry about. I got people in my locker room that don't even have players, but I'm worried about their enjoyment. Worried. So it went from, hey, I got a player to now I got a team of players. So now I'm worried about how Colin's feeling because his guy's starting off slow. I'm worried about how T's feeling that T got a touchdown. I'm worried about Rob Henson Jr., who he caught his first catch a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, yeah, as a tight end one. And I'm worried about how to get him more involved. Jubilee Marshall, how their development is coming along, and him making plays and him being excited about it. Like it became from one entity to the whole team. So that's how I stay motivated and focused for my team.
Awesome, man. I love it. I'm going to skip this one question because I feel like that is going to take you a little bit more time to explain other than the other three. So when you had your player, why was BJ Loveless special to you?
Because he was a dog. Now,
I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I mean, he was a dog, but it became special because I developed something. Something grew into as good as he was. I was a second round pick. When chat ranking mattered and people actually had to be in chat. I was relatively unknown. Shout out to Damond and Kentez and Ryan Karpinski. They took a chance on me because I never talked to Houston at that point. So watching my linebacker grow from basically a rookie, brand new player, not much development, to into the superstar 10 seasons later, that was like, yeah, this is something I could be proud of. But I also knew when it was time to say, hey, let's hang him up. Let's get it some. Let's give somebody else an opportunity to shine and be that linebacker.
Gotcha. Like that. Explain how you handle pressure in stressful situations in real life and in SFL.
Well, real life, you gotta you either gonna do one or two things. You either gonna run and hide from it and delay it, or you gonna face it head on. Some issues and stresses are harder than others, more time consuming and things of that nature. I like to tackle things head on. Sometimes fear gets in the way of you wanting to attack things or not sure how to attack things. So, like my brother, I'm grieving about my brother every day. It's been over 6 months now, and I grieve for him every day. So it's something that you have to. In time, some things happen faster than others. That grief stay on that shoulder, like a Hulk, like the devil and angel. That grief don't go nowhere. Sometimes problems solve themselves in one day. Some it take a while. Healing. In SFL, oh man, I'm a dog. If I want something, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it, and I'm gonna try my hardest to get it. Like, you can't tell me as a former GM, a guy that runs a team, a guy that is thoughtful of his personnel. You can't tell me if I needed a running back today that I wouldn't try to go get Charlie Bullet. I'm going to, if I want him, I'm going to get him. I'm going to try my hardest to get him. Sometimes I may not be successful. If I want Bullet, I want DJ, I want Logan Jack, it ain't nothing stopping me from going to get that or having that confidence to go get it. 'Cause I'm a dog. I'm up at midnight hours while y'all sleep, and I'm in inboxes. I'm a dog. I'm a dog.
That is the key, though. That is the key to being a good GM and even a good front of house member. You have to pull those late night hours. I mean, of course, coaches are going to do that anyway because all the stems you have to run and figuring things out, writing things down. Some people write down every single play. Like, bro, that's a lot. That's a lot of dedication. That's like an 8-hour job just on that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
they call me Batman in Minnesota. I don't sleep at night, baby. I'm a dog. I'm going to get it.
I know that's right, but that's how you, and that's why you're successful. So what makes Minnesota a unique destination to be a part of? Why would anybody want to go to Minnesota?
Ask T.
I'm asking you.
T was at the convention in full Minnesota garb and was on Seattle. Oh man! But we love T. We love Doug. It was a whole process behind that and making that happen. But again, yeah, we made Minnesota a destination that people talk about. People that have been here, people that have left, they have nothing but good things to say about Minnesota. It's a place where people want to come. We make it fun. Like I said, everybody gets one game a week unless you're on a bye week. Guess what? We make people involved Monday through Thursday. We had a game night the other day. We had like 7 or 8 people come in at like 7 o'clock in the evening to play games and crack jokes and have fun.
Nice.
It's something that we enjoy. We've become a family. Another thing is we sometimes when Minnesotans pop up in the league, guess what? We're plucking those people. You're from Minnesota? Come on. Rep the hometown.
It makes sense. It makes sense, right? I mean, because represent your hometown.
Yeah. And another thing is we give opportunities to people that if they want to do something, let's hand it to them. You want to try to help scout or whatever. Fine. You want to do graphics, you want to do social media, come on. If you don't want to do any of those things, we don't care. But we always say the many hands make light work. So anything you want to do or feel like you want to get involved in with us, have at it. There is no unless you're talking about taking a team from us from whatever reason. It ain't much we say no to.
Many hands make light work.
Mm-hmm.
Put that on the shirt.
I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
It may be. Good words to live by, though. So what was one key component when you were creating your linebacker that you focused on? And maybe these rookies out here that are trying to create backs, defensive backs, should be focused on, especially with the progression system being at its current rate, because we all know that changes are coming down the pipeline for that.
Mm-hmm.
But what was one suggestion that you can make to the rookies that are now, creating players and maybe want to create a BJ Loveless?
When it came to my guy, obviously, it came in a different era of progression. First of all, secondly, it was just the goal was to be all around linebacker, to be the Slim Shadys. Back when I came into the league, Slim Shady was Jack Brown. Those guys were the model for an inside linebacker. I'm from Chicago. We print linebackers here. So that was the whole thing about. But originally when Houston drafted me, it was about speed. It was like being a speed backer at first, which as time grew in the APF era, he became a speed backer, covers linebacker. Couldn't catch worth a damn, but I got a record for most pass deflections by a linebacker in a season. That's my record. No one else has touched it yet. It happens. It grew into something great. So I'll be waiting on that Hall of Fame call eventually, because I don't think I'm bringing him back no time soon. So, yeah. But again, to make a me in today's progression, obviously changes are coming. In this game, you want to be at least average speed, and you got to work on that coverage. You got to be able to. I mean, obviously, linebackers can catch better these days. I retired at the wrong time. Thanks, Cam.
You don't want to stop to retire.
I didn't know that linebackers were going to turn into Champ Bailey out here.
Well,
hey,
you was the one that said you learned patience.
Hey, I've been here 10 seasons. But again, I retired not because of the game change. I retired because I wanted someone else to have that spot.
Okay. But you missed out, bro.
I definitely did. I'm like, damn, should I make him a corner or safety or something, or a defensive lineman or something? Like, damn, like linebackers are like unbeatable now. Like, all right, but I digress. It when it's time, it's time. But making a BJ Levels now, got to get your speed up in your coverage, man, and then you build them out from there. I was a solid tackler. You just build out from there. Create a strong base. Get your tackle up. It ain't gotta be 90 now, because let me be real with y'all. For y'all rookies out there just spamming speed, and ain't nobody paying for that, man. You gonna be mad in year 2 when your contract at 37 million. I mean 3.7 million, and you wondering why ain't nobody paying for your linebacker, because you cost more than a quarterback, but you mad because you want to keep that 99 speed. That 99 speed costs toward the cap, and I'm gonna be real with you. That 99 speed ain't much a difference between 95 and 99. So you saving almost $250,000 just going from 99 to 95. But of course, people see that money value and think that money is the begin all end all. But you plug your attributes with that 99 speed in the game, and you realize you only a 68, and them linebackers pushing you off the line of scrimmage, or you can't get out of break, and now you mad because you ain't getting no targets because you're not open. You could be as fast as you want in a straight line, all you want to be. You can be fast.
I'm sorry. It's funny. It's funny the way you put it though, but it's true.
You can be fast in a straight line, all you want to be.
Running 20 miles an hour straight. Okay. All right.
Hey.
But that's the advice that they need though, seriously. Because when we came in, it was pre all of this new stuff.
Right. And
right.
animation
so
yeah.
All I had to tell Dion, and Kanye was like, yo, I want to play like Peyton Manning, like make the decisions that Peyton Manning would make, but I want to be built like Cam Newton because Cam was like one of my favorite quarterbacks, And so, that's what I was trying. That's what I was going for. And that's what they tried to build me as. But like right now, that whole mindset has to be different. You have to figure out, keep in mind, like you want to make your player effective, but you don't want to price yourself out so people can't afford you too. That's a delicate balance. So I'm hoping that these coaches in the SFLM and these owners are getting with players.
Some of these players got to listen too. Some of these got to listen.
True. Yeah. And I understand it's your money, your player, which is true. But you also have to understand that, it is. But at the same time, you have to understand that your player is working within a grand scheme of things that has to flow a certain way. And if your piece is faulty, you don't fit.
If your piece doesn't fit well in the scheme, it's going to show. Your player is going to suffer. And that's why we tell people, like, sometimes listen. Because, you can run. You got a 99 speed. You can run from the 1 to the end zone in half a second. Fine. But guess what? You can't catch. Okay, Kadarius Toney. Have fun. So not only are you expensive, your build is average or below average. You're expensive and below average. Good luck getting on a team that wants to win. Because guess what?
To fix it.
Right. Fix it. Oh my God.
You might as well start over.
But hopefully with some changes, some of that gets supplemented and things like that. Like, come on now. You're worth $3 million. You're worth $3 million and you can't run routes. I can go get a Quag Mam or for half of that.
Yep.
Them $3 million running backs in Louisiana ain't looking too bright when you got running backs that are half both of their prices doing way better. Look at Seattle. Seattle is averaging like more yards per carry than anybody else. Who would have imagined that? But they do. Look at Logan. I mean, Logan Lee is the exception because Logan Lee is in an offense built around him, and he's the fastest running back in the league. But in 2 or 3 seasons, guess what? And if progressions change in whatever way they're talking about, guess what? You're the fastest guy on the field for now out the backfield. Wait till linebackers be able to progress speed cheaper or something like that. They're going to catch up to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to catch up. Mm-hmm. But I digress. At the end of the day, it's your money, it's your decision what you make it with. But don't expect to be on many teams that like to win with that mindset. You'll be in Motor City in no time.
Oh, don't do that. Don't be doing them like that. They doing good. They doing better than they have been when they were St. Louis.
They trying.
Stop it.
They trying.
You don't struggle.
Hey, everybody struggles at one point, except for Baltimore. Yeah. Well, they struggling now, so that a little bit, but let me not say that. Then they've been railed off 11 straight to have a championship. But again,
they can start winning after our game. Shoot, shut up.
But again, some are trying. It's not some I heard that ain't trying, but I digress.
Stop it. Okay. We're gonna switch topics for a second.
Go ahead.
So you've been in 3 different locker rooms. You've been in Houston, Arizona, and you now reside in Minnesota. Am I
4.
missing anything?
Queen
4.
City.
Okay.
Queen City.
Who? Queen City. Okay. So 4. Queen City, Houston, Arizona, and now Minnesota. Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
What are the differences in the locker room and how the front office staff operates between the teams that you have been on?
This is a good question. Let's start from the beginning. Obviously, season 11, Houston, being with Eddie, Damon, myself, Kentez. This is like the beginning of like front offices in the SFL. This is like the very beginning. So we all figuring out how to delegate duties and things of that nature. So it was about as vanilla as it can get. We had Kentez out there scouting talking to players, gauging up potential free agents. That's why we had some of the biggest signings as a team in the same offseason as probably more than ever sometimes. But that's my opinion. But it's basically it was basically a bunch of like everybody had their duties, but at the same time it was just like it was fresh. It was new. So that was kind of difficult to gauge, but as it grew and I was a part of Arizona's front office from the ground, it's my first experience with a team from the ground because Eddie got OKC and opened up the back door and started kicking people out. Hey, yeah. He took Parker and DJ. They still there. They've been there since both of them have been there since OKC. He only kept them. Me and Eddie let the back door open and started letting people out. Bye. Oh, and Tiberius was there. But getting to do that from the ground up, and then bringing you on and DJ on as GMs and things, and you took to it like a fish out of water. It was just natural. You hit the ground running, and while I wasn't the GM, I was part of that front office and watching y'all kind of bloom, and you took the GM spot and made it something that was kind of yours, and how you attacked it was totally different from others that I had seen. But obviously, because you had this platform, it helps a bit. You come across way more people. There's a lot more people in your inbox, so it's like it's almost like clockwork for you in that role. So watching y'all just gradually grow, and then Eddie, of course, grew as a play caller and a coach, and the rest is history. And y'all probably, if I'm not mistaken, y'all probably had the best retention rate, probably second to either Florida or Baltimore right now. How many players y'all lost last year?
I think it was like 3. About 3.
And that's a high number for even y'all.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of when we lose players, it's more so because of real life situations. They have some other stuff. Hey, they just can't do it.
Ain't nothing you can do about that. Mm-hmm. Again, it's your tactic is reason why you and Eddie are the reasons why Arizona's retention is one of the best. So that was more so when it come to front office, y'all tactic was a little different from what I do now, but really. Obviously, Eddie's aggressive. Eddie a dog. You and DJ dogs too, if you ask me, because y'all get some people that you be like, only Arizona can get these people. Like, come on now. That Connor Weston move y'all pulled after the Hands brothers retired at the midnight hour was crazy, but that stands a test to your relationships you built in aggressiveness and things of that nature. So, being in that front office early was almost like you could see the league changing at that time. So, approach changed and all of that. And so it was if I didn't want my own team and didn't get bored with it, I'd probably still be in Arizona because it was just my type of environment. Now, Queen City, woof. Where do I start? Walking through the door in there was like, you ever seen the movie Lead on Me? It was like,
Yes.
it was a version of when his first day as principal, when he walked through those doors, he was like, damn, I got some work to do. And that was Queen City, and that was Queen City. It was like walking into it's like walking into a brand new job, and you look around and you like, damn, this ain't had no tender loving care in a long time. So it was like going in there and kind of rolling with the punches of the guys that were there before moving out, and then bringing my guys in.
Mm-hmm.
And those 2 seasons I spent in Queen City with Chris, Hubba, Andre Krim, it was like we were in a war room it was really strategic how we did things and trying to keep that afloat. But it felt like the minute I got my team, everything fell apart. It was like, oh, well, he's out of here. Why do I have to be here? Reason why Diggs isn't in Queen City anymore. And those kind of things happen. And that's why I feel like some teams are hesitant on ownership coming back. I mean, I'm sure a lot of teams will be happy and proud of their guys getting their teams, their organizations, and getting their ships going. But in some cases, not all, some cases, when prestigious members of one team leave, the ship sinks or it takes a back seat. That's what happened to Queen City before I got there. It kind of happened after. They're balancing out now, but it took a while to get in those right pieces that wanted to stick and be there. And they went through a quarterback carousel because guys were like, do I really want to be here and suffer through the growing pains? And that being the hero ain't for everybody. They want to be a champion. They want to win. Alex Marshall is Superman over there, right? Him, Chad Stinson, and Tom Welsh. They're super. They the Justice League over there. Thank God for Alex Marshall and bringing his mindset in and him taking a chance on YO and all the guys that not too many teams want to touch to fill out that team and make it competitive. And I hope Sunday all you motherfuckers don't show up to the game. But again, they saving that franchise right there, man. And I'm so happy for that in so many ways. But man, it takes those people.
Indeed. And then Minnesota.
Oh, and then Minnesota, we wanted to take, me and Axel both wanted to take what we had taken from all the destinations we've been in. I've been to 3 teams. He'd been to 2. And we wanted to take everything little things that we learned from both spots and kind of.
PJ?
I think I went out on you.
You did.
Yeah,
it's okay.
You're back. I'm back. But me and Axel took things from both our separate destinations, and we kind of interwove them into a plan of, just we want to be the destination everybody wants to come to, do their own thing, spread their wings a little bit, and just have fun. Fun other than just watching football games once a week.
Yeah.
And we want to just increase that and make a family environment. So That's why when we target people in the draft or target free agents, we think about our culture first and how they would fit in. Would I love to have an Anthony Wyo in my locker room? Absolutely. I love Wyo as a person. But do I think his online persona would rub some of my people the wrong way on any given day? Probably. That may not be the best culture fit for us and what we trying to accomplish. Now, if I wanted to go get all my rowdy ass homies across the SFL who speak their minds and talk crazy, I'd have all of them. But because I've established that culture and what we don't really like in our locker room and what we do, we go towards what we do more. If you look at everybody that put that Minnesota green on, they have a certain type of personality across the board.
That's true. And I was fortunate enough to meet a lot of them at the convention. Speaking of which, where do you think we should go this season? If you had a chance to choose where, I said Texas. I love going to Texas, but because I'm biased. I'm gonna say my bias pick first. Because I'm biased. Because it's my first. It was my first convention. That may have something to do with it. I want to go back to Cincinnati, but obviously Cincinnati ain't the most luxurious destination in the world. Texas is. But again, some people have fun. Everybody have fun in Texas. I mean, it was a lot to do where we had it. If you were not into the SFL, a lot of people brought their families, their children, things like that. So they had other attractions that were around the area that weren't too, like where you're driving distance or even somewhere in walking distance where, you can still be entertained. You don't have to sit in a room and just, look at your phone all day, But I like that. I did like Cincinnati. I like Cincinnati. It was hot in the rooms. Cool. It was hot in the rooms.
Man. I was fortunate enough to where my room was still air conditioningly cooled. So
Nice.
I was cool because I ain't gonna lie. I'd have brought a pillow to the lobby if it was hot up in there. Because the lobby had a breeze.
That outside area was dope, man.
Yeah. But my unbiased, I would love to go to like Nashville or Louisiana would be dope.
Okay.
If they choose Louisiana, I'm on my way. Now I'm not gonna say I'm not coming if it was in Texas, but for sure, if it's Texas, I'm on my way too. But I would love if it was Louisiana.
Nice. All right. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Well, we gonna find out. Hopefully this week we'll find out if everything has been solidified and everything. Then he'll make that announcement, so we can start getting prepared for that. But yeah, it's an exciting time, and you get a chance to mix with people that you see and you interact with online, in person, and a lot of times when people they put themselves as something online, and then when you meet them in person, like they're not that. You're like, oh, okay. Well, maybe it was just a miscommunication because you can read text and take it a certain way.
Right, tone is everything that's missing online. People don't understand tone sometimes, but yeah. And people that the thing about this community, the people in this community can kick it. They like to kick it.
Yes.
And they can party. This group can party. Oh, man.
And from all walks of life, though. It's from from military to, doctors, officers, firemen, regular people, housewives, whatever. People that are just doing whatever it is in their own life, and they come in this one little spot. We all have our fun, watch some football, kick it with each other. I had fun with you. You're actually really funny in person, like really funny.
Everybody say that, but that's just me. But I know one thing: we put the bartenders' kids through college that week here, baby. Boy, hey, 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 he wasn't closing shop till like 5 in the morning. We put his kids through college that weekend. He was so thankful. He should have gave Cam a tip. Like, hey, thank you for bringing your
Thank
kids.
you.
These cats paying out. They are paying out up in here. Ooh,
Oh
Lord.
my God. Hilarious, man. Hilarious. But last question I want to ask you before I'm going to do the Ask Ashley segment and then let you go from there. Stop it.
I got some shots for you. Ooh.
Stop it.
Inquiring minds want to know.
What was one memorable moment, SFL wise, that brought you joy and that brought you pain out of the 10 seasons you've been here? Just one.
Pain? Oh man.
Like, man, that loss.
I got two of them. Houston, Alaska, semifinals in season 12. One play away from going to the championship in Houston. Oh, heartbreaker. Oh, and Riley Quintero kick return against Denver. Oh my God. Oh, backbreaker. That one hurt.
I cried on my show that next day. I literally cried. Literally.
That one
with both on it.
That one sucked. That was a gut punch. One of the happiest moments. Ooh, beating Baltimore. When we got the team in Minnesota, we are 1-0 against Baltimore.
Not many teams to say that.
Hey, knock on wood, because we played them again this season. But yeah, that one was happy. Seeing Cam get the TV deal was a big one. That one was dope. And getting to go to the convention, yeah. Getting drafted was cool, even though technically my draft visually doesn't exist anymore. But yeah,
dang, bro,
that one always sucks. Like, I would love to go back and watch that, but it's gone to the ends of the earth now. But yeah, that's about it.
That's crazy because I could still pull up my first game, like my first ever game I ever played as a wide receiver.
My game is there. My first ever game ever is there, but the draft is gone. I guess Cam didn't archive it on Twitch at the time.
Yeah,
that it just happens. Hey,
yeah.
But it's on the history of that draft is on the
website.
On the website now, yeah.
Yeah, so at least it's there in it's written form, but
it's there in spirit.
There you go, man. Oh gosh. Okay, here we go. I'm stalling.
Boom, 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 boom. I got some shots for you. They minor, but they
I'm sure. All right, so everybody, I am introducing a new segment. If you are a guest on my show, and you want to do this, that's fine. If you don't, then I understand. But I'm going to give you a chance to ask 5 questions. Any questions you want to ask me. Of course, keep it PG, people. I felt like I just had to say that.
You have to.
Yes. Because I know people.
Oh, God.
So, I know how people can be. So, with that, I'm going to give DJ the floor to ask me 5 questions that he would like to know the answers to. And I'm going to do my best to answer them.
All righty there. Y'all ready? What them comments at? Run through some of them comments. Where they at?
Let's see if they got some. I got 2. Let's see. Since we've been talking.
Let's roll. Where they at?
All right. So, wait. Hold on. See, y'all know I'm not used to live quite yet.
You've been doing live how long now?
Don't do that.
You've been doing
all of my stuff has always been, all my stuff has always been recorded, and it's only been this season, basically, that I've been going to live.
Come on now.
Stop it. We got Bobart Jr. saying, "What's up, AJ? What's up, Bo? Always good to see you, brother."
What up,
and
Bo?
Matt Dre, one of the people that did us wrong.
Shout out.
But, hey, y'all got paid.
Matt Dre.
Yeah, for real. Thank you, Mac, for being here. I really appreciate it. He knows I'm kidding. I gave him crap about that last week.
That's my boy on Twitter.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, that's my
Of course,
boy.
Jay Bomber. All right, cool. Here we go. All right, you ready?
You ready? That's the question.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna be as ready as I can. Shoot,
So first question, it's a softball, but it's a good one. What are your next steps in growing the Ashley Jackson brand inside and outside of the XFL? Because you're a brand now. People walk up to you and ask for your autograph, and you had a line in the hallway at the convention.
BJ didn't have no deal.
I swear to everything I love. She had a line outside in the hallway in the convention of people walking up to her, wanting to hug her, wanting some advice. Like, damn, when did Ashley become Montel Jordan? like, damn, but I say, oh yeah, but she got it, yeah.
I mean, look, this whole Ashley Jackson brand, this thing, that's not necessarily my mindset. Like, I'm doing this for fun, guys. I don't get paid to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing stuff that I love to do, and I would rather be doing than being out here running around in the street getting in God knows how much trouble I could be getting into. I'm here sitting in front of my computer talking to you about some SFL stuff, and we having a fantastic time. You know, I'm showcasing the community members because anybody can join a league, right? Anybody can join. I'm a part of like about 30 leagues. I am not kidding. I'm only active. I'm only active in maybe like 3 of them. You know, of course I join and say hi or whatever, but real, this right here is what I enjoy doing because I'm meeting new people. I'm hearing your stories. I'm learning from you. You're learning from me. We're learning from each other as a community. So for me, like I want to take this and get 100,000 subscribers, and like that's not my mindset. Like I'm just gonna coast into whatever happens. If nothing happens, and I'm cool with that because I'm doing this for my community. If somehow somebody, I don't know, ESPN, somebody see me, or the radio stations out here in Arizona see me doing this, because they have video podcasts too. They see me out here and they want to hire me, then hey, at least I got a little bit of experience, you know what I'm saying? But this is just for fun. So as of right now, I don't have any plans to really grow the Ashley Jackson brand. Because I mean, I'm under the SFL, so I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's the best you got. That's the best you got. But yeah,
that's what my answer is.
But yeah, I think you as an entity, you having fun, but you are growing into, well, you are a community ambassador. People hire people for that. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's
like I said,
you can grow that brand. I mean, you are within the SFL community, and in some places outside of the community, you are a brand.
Look, I think it's just a perception thing. Like, I don't see myself as that. I just see myself as just somebody that just like doing podcasts and like talking to people and showcasing people. That's it.
But look how fast that podcast grew. That podcast did grow into something that has become a thing. You're somebody's weekly listen every week. No matter what you talk about, what you bring, that's content, that's entertainment to somebody. You are becoming a brand.
Well, now that light has been brought forth, maybe I'll seriously consider doing something. But for right now, I'm just chilling.
Hey, if it don't feel like work, it ain't work. You having fun. So,
yeah.
So my next question to you is, as you know, back when we were first in the league and we were still young in the tooth, activity in the SFL server was booming. It was almost a requirement to become better. The league moved away from that. It just wasn't conducive anymore. But with that, the server kinda in activity dipped a lot.
Yeah.
So as a major community member, how do you feel you could improve the SFL server from an activity standpoint?
Hmm. Well, I can say that one of the reasons that the activities have gone down is because people are working more, people have more responsibilities to deal with. I think the world has changed since season 12, season 11, back in those
Mm,
times when we joined. People have a lot more on their plate now. I mean,
mm-hmm.
even Cam had to, cancel a few things, because he had other things, real life.
Real life
So
sucks.
adulting is not it's what it's cracked up to be. Guys, stay children. Please
Man.
stay children as long as you can.
Hey,
But
and then when your grandparents and them, y'all can handle it. Grandma, your house was only $60,000.
right,
I
bro. I went
I
out.
can't.
I went to the store, got 5 bags of food, spent $70, bro. Like, where the
Oh,
hell?
you don't have you ever shopped in Chicago? Oh my God.
No, no.
$100 ain't gonna
Cigarettes
get
$12 from what I hear. So,
14.
oh,
If,
see?
if you don't go to the cigarette house, if you don't go to the square house down the block, they getting over. They 12, 14, boy, they getting down. But you know what's funny? We got the cheapest beer. If you wanted a 24 case of beer, it's the cheapest in the world. It's the cheapest in the country. And we
That's
serve it and we sell it on Sundays. So
funny.
come on, man.
But to improve the activity, I mean, I like the fact that we had the chat rankings.
Oh, it was so
I
much
think
fun.
that it was, and if somehow we can kind of implement that back, but there would be some kind of incentive for the team. So the team at the end of the season, like somehow we can kind of keep track of how many people are
Mm,
actually,
Mo- most
you know,
active team.
being yes in general
Well,
chat, in game
yeah.
day chats. Even though we kind of keep track of that anyway, but for the general chats, the general 18 chats, the
Hmm.
community life chats, all of those, if somehow we can kind of keep track of
But
who's talking,
they had chatbots. That's how they
yeah,
kept up with it before.
cool. Cool. So maybe we should implement our chat boxes back to be able to do that and then come up with some kind of incentive at the end of the season. Like, hey, maybe we can give this team, I don't
Bank
know,
money.
huh?
Bank money.
Wait, bank money? I don't know about bank money, but
Hey,
we'll think about something.
if I feel like if you top 50 in chat activity, you should get an extra 50,000 as a player at the end of the season.
Because you are helping your team to get out there, because you are helping your team to get noticed.
Yeah.
And, cool. I mean, now don't go out there and spam it, because that was another thing that we had issues with. People just
Whew.
going spam the whole chat, bro. I think that was one of the reasons why they got rid of it too.
That's a possibility. But
But that, and I've seen like some servers have like those different games, like Uno
mhm.
nights, and different things that you can kind of add in it, um, to kind of give people something, even though you have football here, but just something else, to kind of keep you here too. Between those games, between the SFL content coming out, all of that stuff. So,
Because if you remember, our off seasons were 7 times as long back then. So
oh
we
man.
so so we
Mm,
kept we managed
mm.
to keep ourselves busy between what was it 4 months? Oh shit, 4 months of off season sometimes.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, shoot, they getting a full calendar these days. That's crazy, ain't it?
Man, I'm telling you, and then you got the SFLM games to watch,
Right.
and so you're constantly being entertained. You know, you're so it's yeah. But I'm thinking, adding some kind of incentive for people to want to talk and want to be in those chats, because right now those chats have a stigma, sort of, where you go in there and you say the wrong thing, you're gonna get roasted, you're gonna get flamed, however you want to say it. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, it is about what you're saying too. Everybody has to be mindful about everybody coming from different places, and just, I'm not saying everybody got to be buddy buddy, but you do have to be respectful. And if
Right.
everybody can just agree to just be respectful of each other all the time, not just a little bit, then
Mm.
you can be more amped to be more active. Because I'm sure they are active in your locker rooms.
Oh yeah, but we're also in a world of everybody's offended.
Yeah.
So
Easily offended.
if I spell two T-O and you like your two spell T-O-O and you get offended by it because I only spell my two with T-O and you get offended because I don't spell it your way or do things your way, now you want to cause a scene or want to be ignorant or whatever. That's just the day and age we in right now. I guess everybody's offended. One, two. If the sky blue and you
Yeah.
say it's eggshell blue, come on, man, it's blue. It's the sky. Why are you tripping? Why are you offended? People get offended
It's
by
true.
everything. People get offended by everything these days. Stop getting us so offensive. And you know what I do? If you like it, I love it. If you believe that, go for it. Guess what? It ain't gonna make me miss a wink of sleep at night.
I got my own stuff to deal with. Like I'm
Right.
not getting ready to take. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, but
But
yeah,
to each his
I think
own.
that's. Indeed.
Mhm. My next question: if you could get one do-over in your time in SFL as a player, a GM, or owner, what would it be? It could be a player transaction, picking up somebody, dropping somebody, or making a decision that you thought was going to work out that didn't work out that you could do over, or taking a player that you didn't, or that you could have but you ultimately didn't. What would that be? One
Hmm.
do-over.
I think so. When Anthony Wyatt was on our team,
Mm-hmm.
he got in trouble with me.
Mm-hmm.
During one of the game day chats, he was talking negatively about Arizona in it, and I handled that wrong. I snapped on him in the locker room. I just went straight off on him. I don't think I should have done that. I should have handled that a lot better. Now, that was, me being fresh into, I think, oh no, that was fresh into like GM ship. Maybe it just started. Nah, that was GM.
I was
And
still
I
there.
felt
I
like,
was still there when YO was. So you
right,
were a fresher. You were a fresher GM at the
right. And so I didn't handle that situation without emotion. And I think because I was so emotional, you know, I damn near cussed that man out. And over a game, over because he was feeling away. And while I did not agree with what he was saying,
time. The most
let
feeling. The
alone
most
seeing it in
feeling.
game day chat, I had to take that. And I even apologized to him, but I had to take that and check myself because just because I'm upset with somebody, you can't just go around snapping on people like that.
Right.
You're a grown man, I'm a grown woman, and it is about respect. So in that moment, I really do wish that I could take that back, that would never, that me snapping on him that badly would have never happened. Which is probably one of the reasons why he has his moments where he puts little emojis up there. He tries
Mm-hmm.
to antagonize me and things like that. That's probably why. Even though I apologize, some people just don't take apologies the way you think they should, or
Right.
maybe he
They
didn't
still
think it.
they still feel some type of way, and I mean that's happened. That happens. His villains to
Yeah,
himself can be are valid. That's
right.
how you feel. That you may feel that an apology isn't sincere or whatever you may feel. Your feelings are valid. If you still want to be mad about something that happened 5 years ago, cool with me. What did that say?
I'm offended with
Oh,
BJ's bender
oh,
in the
you,
background.
hey, Brody, you a live. You will live. We tied in what is it, season record against each other. We tied, so you will live. You will live, brother. We got
I
y'all
love y'all.
down. We got Indy down the pipe. So better make sure we don't pull y'all fuel line or brake line or something like that while y'all on y'all way to the stadium, dog. So, but it's all love though. All love and what's the term? All's fair in love and war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll see y'all in a couple weeks. We'll see y'all in a couple weeks. But so uh, approaching the YO situation a lot differently. That's a good one. That's an acceptable answer. That's an acceptable answer.
Bro, that's my answer. I don't care if you accept it or not.
All right, question number 4. If there was no Arizona Scorpions tomorrow, what would Ashley's next destination be? And how would you change your next franchise overnight, and where would it be?
Whew. Hold up.
Woo! Is right. Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. If there was no Arizona Scorpions tomorrow, what would your next destination be? How could you change your next franchise overnight? And who would that be?
Okay. So if there was no Arizona Scorpions and I was still an owner,
Mm-hmm.
I would consider keeping Arizona because I live here now, keeping the Arizona Scorpions brand here, or taking it to Tokyo Samurais, baby, red, black, and silver colors, baby. I've always had that dream. Yo, I just couldn't get Eddie to sign on with it. But if something happens,
Eddie ain't never been to Japan. Well, no, he might have been in the military.
Yeah, see,
he might have. So let me not. But man, Eddie ain't going nowhere where he can't have his toes out in the summertime. Eddie somewhere with a Mai Tai and his toes out right now, enjoying life before he got to deal with them Diamondbacks again. I ain't seen a DM or message from Eddie since he went on vacation. Well, Jay, I hope you working hard. Because Eddie on vacation. I ain't seen Eddie talk nothing in their chat since he got on that plane. Man, Eddie having the best Eddie the only person I know to go on vacation. His phone disappeared. Man, I've been having a good time. Watch. He ain't said nothing since he got on that plane. Guess what? The minute that game come on, he got his servers work again. Watch. He having a good vacation. It's hot over there. He in the Bahamas too. It's hot over there. He drinking coconut water and shit. Man, he having a good time. Man.
But we over here running things.
Right.
Which is why you have backup. You have your co-owners. I mean, Alamo City, I'm sure they straight. If they got 2 or 3 people that go down, they got an army.
Man, they got 77 co-owners. They don't own, what do you own at this point? What as an individual,
you backup, bro. You can't be
like I said, many hands make light work. But again, with 77 owners, what do you own? What do you own? Take your 6%. Take your 6%. What's tax on 6% of like $30? Like, what is that?
Hey, like, with this inflation, they see the money. That's actually smart.
They might, if they did tax returns on this, they get $2 back.
Bo Martin says, "Stop hating."
Hey, if paying them owner fees make it any easier on all 77 of y'all and how y'all spend it, more power to y'all, dog. More power to y'all. Like I said, many hands make light work. 77 people. What is that? 140? That's like 150 something hands. Hey, y'all straight. Y'all could probably hold a bridge up together.
No, I can't with you. I cannot.
Y'all could probably hold up a bridge together with all them in there.
Oh my God. He said it's 78 now.
Damn, y'all added another one? Oh man. Y'all added another one? Damn. Boy, y'all could secure the world with all them people, boy, for real.
I can't. Oh shoot, you stupid. I can't. Okay. Man. All right.
Y'all got 10 people for every letter in y'all name. Damn.
I can't imagine having both of y'all on the show together. That would be too much. That is too much. But
So
yeah. So if I was taking over, like I would definitely, if I wanted to rebrand the team, I would definitely go with Tokyo Samurais, and we would have the fire uniforms. Like
I
I had
I,
this in
rem-
mind for you.
I remember that
Um.
being one of Shan's like destinations in the past was
Oh,
going to
really?
Tokyo. Yeah, he's big. Of course, his name's Hattori Hanzo in the league. So I
Yeah,
mean,
it
he
makes
had
sense then. Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
and he's into martial arts and all that. So
Fifth
he had
degree
talked
black
about.
belt. That ain't what you want. That ain't what you want.
Oh man, you don't want to play with Shan. Shan got something in his repertoire you ain't trying to play with. Him, Brian Dynasty. It's a couple of them that around
T-Roy.
here. T-Roy ain't boy. Y'all, hey, just because we like video games and snack food and all that other shit and just hanging out, don't mean some of these people around here that get on the computer every day ain't dangerous, boy. Y'all better recognize. Y'all better recognize. Um, so some of your answer did kind of flow into my last question, which
Oh, okay.
is if Eddie got suspended or left for an entire season, what would your plan be to keep the Scorpions competitive?
You trying to off Eddie?
Hey, things happen. Eddie run a wild. Hey, Eddie and Britt say some wild shit on their show, baby.
Oh,
So
oh,
anything could be grounds for suspension these days.
oh
Anything could be.
God.
Hey, Eddie.
But
eh,
but
eh,
to that point, and I'm gonna say this in front of everybody that's listening. If you gonna come to me trying to get somebody, in trouble or just trying to report somebody, not even trying to get them in trouble, just trying to report something, please make sure you know what server you're in. Because if it's not SFL servers, I cannot do anything about it. That's one.
mhm.
Secondly, make sure you go to that person and let them know first before coming to me. Yo, what you did was wrong. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. At least I know you tried to go to this person and say, hey, what you were doing out there, I don't agree with. Because as brothers and sisters, and how much we love each other, and how much the camaraderie and all this stuff that we're saying that's happening, I ideally should be able to go to my brother or my sister or my friend or whatever and say, hey, I don't like what you just said about it. This is the reasons why. Okay, I understand that you didn't like it, but that was my opinion. I'm sorry that it affected you that way. Perhaps I could have said it a little bit differently, man, but that's how I really feel. All right, cool. Y'all talked about it. Y'all can try to work out, hey, man, well, just can't you just do this or whatever? Y'all work it out. If it happens again, then you come to me and be like, yo,
Mhm.
Ashley, I tried working this out, but this dude keeps doing this, and especially if you know it breaks the rules. Cool, let me know. But show me, put forth the effort of you trying to squash it. Because it's too many
Mhm.
times that I've gotten people that want to report something, show me half a screenshot, but you didn't show me the part where you started it though, right? But you want to show me the part
Right.
that this person answered you, and oh my gosh, I didn't like their answer. Yeah, well, why did you say what you said to get that
Right.
answer?
Some
So
people
that's
scary,
why I
man.
tell people to try to work it out first, because it is a lot of that.
Some people don't like confrontation. Sometimes people don't like what's said in return to or responded to what they, because that's why you get those people in the world that say something and then they block you. Oh, you's a hoe now. Like you scary now. So I mean, you also got people that like to target the content creators for their opinion.
Mhm.
Same way they
Well,
do.
are
Same
you
way
going to
they do.
target Skip and Shan?
That that's
For
what I was trying to say. Of course they gonna swipe on Twitter, but Shannon and Skip ain't worried about that. I'm a millionaire, baby. You can't tell me nothing on on the internet on Bill Gates internet that gonna move me. I'm a millionaire, baby. You listen to me every day. It all it takes is one click and cut it off. You don't have to hear nothing I say no more. You ain't gotta tune in because guess what? Your one view ain't gonna make or break me. And that's the target at
yeah.
Eddie. I'm gonna be real with it. That be the target at Eddie and his show. People just be hating. They don't like something that said. Of course, oh, he offended me. I'm gonna go Go to Ashley. You're gonna run to the They're gonna run to the police. You are the police as COC. You are the law. You the law. It sound bad, but you are the law, and they run to you first. Don't nobody want no confrontation, or because somebody can come to Eddie or Britt or whoever hosting the show. I could be hosting the show. Oh man, I ain't like that you said this about such and such. I don't appreciate that. Well, I'm sorry you offended, but it's something I said. It's my opinion. If that said person, or,
and that's it.
Right? If that said person, or if you felt offended about that, I apologize to you directly. But what you're not gonna also do is take my apology, blank out my apology, and run and tell the law. Come on, man. What you ain't no honor in it, ain't no honor in word at this point no more. Like, and some people just be hating and they just be targeting Po Eddie because Eddie gonna speak his mind. He from the city. He from my city, man. We gonna speak our mind. You love it, you like it, you love it, or you hate it.
I mean, it's from everybody, even from people that's doing the written articles, from people even like Jacob, even so what. And that's the thing too that people need to understand is that if you really want to get back at these people that are saying this stuff about you, prove it on the field. Yeah. Prove it in your work. Show it in your work. That way you make them eat it. I got 5 teams wrong. I chose 5. My pickings were wrong, bro. Yeah. Guess what? You congratulations to all 5 teams. I'm not getting ready to hate on y'all. There was a 50-50 chance in the first place. So it's your mentality. You voted against my team, I think, 3 times this season. Oh man, yes. How many games we done played? Oh, I could be about 3. Yeah, half the time. I could be in Ashley inbox right now, like, damn, you ain't got no faith in Minnesota. It might be too cold for you or something up here. You don't got no faith in us, baby. But hey, it's people's opinion. And when people stop getting offended by something that somebody says, yes, can things people say be offensive? But damn, if I put my peanut butter on my jelly sandwich before the jelly, guess what? Guess what? And you don't like that? How about you make your sandwich and put your jelly on first? That's it. Damn, I mean, why can't we just eat the peanut butter and jelly sandwich the way we want to eat it? Why is it? Man. But I'm sorry, we're getting off topic. So, okay, so what would my approach? What would my approach be if Eddie got suspended? Well, if Eddie wasn't there for a season for whatever reason, we ain't gonna just put suspension on him, even though Eddie say some crazy, and it made. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I'm working on it with him. I'm working on it. But that's my boy. What would be your approach to keeping the Scorpions afloat competitively, from off season to playoffs? Like, you got a journey because he isn't there. You got an off season, the season, and the playoffs. If you should make it. Well, that's one of the reasons why we were talking about this earlier. You have those pieces in place. Like, you have a co-owner. You have at least two. You have 2 GMs. You have 2 people running social media. You try to have 2 statisticians. You got 2 people. That way, when someone else goes down, you're able to slide in. So, if I'm in charge of the Scorpions, okay, first thing, checking my roster. Who is all staying? Who is all going? Mm-hmm. If I have to replace some pieces, guess what? Ashley is going to be going in GM mode with my GMs to make sure we get everything that we need. I trust my guys. I do. But while they're working on that, I'm also going to be working on making sure that they solidify those deals. I'm going to make sure that as far as coaching goes, that's why we have 2 coaches. Eddie is the coach now. We have Jay as backup. So guess what? I'm leaning on Jay heavily now. And then I'm going to see if I can get somebody else. So I'm not above asking for help. I can run the shit. But as far as me getting coaches to be able to help get with this game plan, Ashley has not ran a tail. I've seen them run. But as far as me going to try to put together a playbook, nope. So I'm going to have to try to get the best people, and I'm going to have to pull one of your moves. Hey, would you be willing to come over here and help me run this shit as far as coaching is concerned? I'm not above asking for help. Gotta be that dog. If I'm gonna do my research, figure out which coach is gonna help me get us a championship, because at the end of the day, that's still going to be the focus. And I'm going to make sure we put these pieces in place that's going to help us be successful. I'm going to take all the knowledge that Eddie has given me as far as running as the ownership part of it, and implement that as well. And that was important for me to learn step by step, going through all the ranks, going through being a leader in the team, being a GM, being a member of the front office, going to even ownership. So you know how each individual position works. So that way, if you have to step in those roles, so if I have to go back to being on a social media team, I can do that, because I used to do that. I used to do all of the stuff for Arizona, a lot of stuff anyway, except do playbooks, except coach. Now we have people in places to help us to do the things that we need to do, just in case things like this happen. So fail safe. I'm just gonna count on the people that we already have in place and add more pieces as I need to. And when he comes back, he can slide back into his co-ownership position as if nothing left. Even now, he's in the Bahamas.
Kicking it.
Who's running it? Who's running it right now?
Ashley. Even for a week. I mean, but that's what made me ask the question. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Eddie take his vacations. Eddie need a break too.
Yeah.
Eddie didn't have his last 4 seasons have been wild. So I mean,
and when you're used to doing it by yourself, like you know what I'm saying? When you grow up in a specific place and you have a very strong mentality, you want to do things by yourself. You want to be able to say, okay, I know that I can count on myself to get this done. But when you're a team, this is a team sport. This is a team effort. So why wouldn't you want to surround yourself with people that have that like mind, that your circle that moves with you, not hold you like a cage?
Right.
So as long as you can surround yourself with good people, a good locker room, but more importantly, a good front office that's going to have that team in mind, life happens. But as long as y'all can also make sure y'all come together and focus on these other 27 people that need us,
the ship will, you can guide that ship.
that's it. That's it. And if I have to take on another co-owner, I will do that too. I'm not
Who would
above.
that be?
If I had to take on another co-owner,
Yep. Who would you take from anywhere in the league right now? If it came to that, who would be that person? On the spot.
Somebody that I know that's going to be dedicated. Somebody I know that's going to be dedicated, that definitely is seasoned, and wouldn't mind changing teams. Well, he probably would. He probably would never. Although he has told me that if something happens, T-Roy.
Oh,
I think it would be T-Roy.
That's a good one.
I don't know. He was the first person that came to my mind, and I'm sure that there's other people that I would definitely seriously consider. But yeah, that's what
T-Roy's a good one. A couple that I've thought about. Mike O'Neal is getting to that point, especially in this era.
Yeah. Yes.
We have his wife on our team as well. I think we got more. I think nobody has more women on the team than we do. I think.
You're probably right.
I think because we got T, Brooke, Amanda, Angela, I think Quag as well, and we got at least 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But, Mike O'Neal, Stephon Forge is a hot name these days, but I don't know if he's in the ownership or anything like that. But he's a hot coaching candidate. J.W. Hartshorn, Art is another name that comes to mind. So I mean, there are numerous
numerous
names that
and
compete for that opportunity.
definitely. So, that was a very, very good question. And it is just about what each of those individuals, especially the ones that you name, brings to the league. And for me, it is going to be about the dedication. It would be about the dedication. Like you have to be as dedicated, if not more dedicated than I am. Because if you're not, then honestly, I don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the reason why Eddie and I match so well as far as being owners and stuff like that, because even though we both have our emotional moments and stuff like that, we understand at the end of the day, we both are about this team, period.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important. So when you find that, someone that you know that's going to have your back, someone that you know that's has the same, want to move in the same direction as you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could be, I actually want to know that from you. So if you could choose a co-owner to add to the Minnesota Legends, so y'all can split that. Y'all can split the owner fees a little bit more. Who would you?
If Axel wasn't around anymore, Axel is the perfect tag team partner.
Yeah,
without a doubt. That dude he's just as nutty as I am when it comes to this league. It's a good one.
It is
to go against what of all the people I said, Stephon Forge, Mike O'Neill, JW, those guys, to go against that, I'm going after Jason Peace. What did Bo say?
You said why y'all keep killing off owners.
Hey, we didn't kill him off. He went to timeout. That's all. We didn't kill him. He went to timeout. It's some owners that need to go to timeout in this league for sure. But again, I'm probably one of them. But yeah.
At times.
Hey, so but I'm going Jason Peace. He is one of those faces and names that is becoming a hot commodity. If I don't go Jason, I'm going to get my boy Top Attack, baby. Shot-town. Hey, Shot-town, man, we coming up on the real. And me and Ty got real tight in another league as well. So I'm going to get Ty, baby. But him and Jason have shown in this new era as two of the commodities that have stepped up into leadership roles and is showing for the organization.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, thank you. Those are some good questions, man. Those are some excellent questions. And for anybody that's watching, if you ever want to be on the show, and once we get through your question and answer period, if you have some up to 5 questions that you want to ask me, pertaining to anything, just let me know. I will definitely love to answer them. But before I let you go, BJ, which one you eating? Are you gonna eat these beans?
Yes, the beans. Hey, I'm a bean and rice dude anyway. Come on, man. I love beans.
Rice. Love rice.
Oh man, rice and beans. What? And my girlfriend Mexican, boy. We got beans every weekend, baby. What? I'm waiting on some tamales right now. What? Oh, but it tripped me out with that snow and syrup though. As a kid, I used to eat snow like a big dog. But syrup, no, bro. No. I mean, man, that bad boy look like a dry ass pork chop.
Bro, that looks like it's going to choke you to death when you try
I've had a slug burger, but it definitely don't look like that.
So why would they call it a slug burger though? Like what? I mean, it's no slugs in there. That's the reason why I chose it. I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Because they put that bad boy together and slug it on the grill. Man, they slugged that bad boy on that grill.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Hey,
All right,
They took
so it looks like the Beans were the favorite.
the Bees by a mile. Boy, you put some cornbread with that, we up.
Man,
up.
I'm telling you,
Boy, that's winter comfort food in the Midwest. Anything with beans and rice, boy, you is winning.
That's it. Now, BJ,
Man.
it looks like. Hold on, let me pull it back up. Bo Martin had a. Hold on. He says when BJ in Type Attack, it sounds like he was doing something.
I do have like
Medea for family reunion.
I could definitely do some impressions and Type Attack, baby, we up. Hey, on God, I could do impressions and all of those because I'm just a funny person. Laugh can keep me from crying sometimes. So
I feel you on that, man. That's a great way.
But yeah, Type Attack 100%. 100%. Dude is a dog. He is a dog.
Dope, man. And he is, and I'm so happy because when he first got to the league, he came on the show and just telling me, what his aspirations were and everything like that. And sometimes you can get vibes from people. I got a really positive vibe, from him.
Oh, yeah.
And
shout out to all the teams that skipped up on my boy and told him that they would never take him. I bet you regretted it now because some of you teams still losing. He took Seattle to the precipice of the promised land. Oh, we gonna draft. Remember Xander Moon? Oh, we gonna draft Xander Moon over here. Boy, stop it. Stop it. Ty proved all y'all wrong. And Seattle hedged their future. They gave up all their draft picks to take that boy number 1. So kudos to them. Y'all can't hate on Seattle for taking Ty at 1 because guess what? He whooping a lot of y'all teams' ass right now. So that's first. That is first. And then 2, boy, man. Sometimes some of y'all still losing.
Vic is in the building saying what's up.
Hey, Frostle, what's going on, baby? Hey, he got a sack today. I owe him some Dr. Pepper. He told me I'm gonna get a sack today. When a corner tell you that, and he say, I said it straight like this. I say, hey, you get a sack this game, I owe you a case of Dr. Pepper. That man got a sack. What
he gonna do with some Dr. Pepper? You need to give him a steak.
Hey, he want Dr. Pepper. Now he say he like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is undefeated in his book. Mine too. I like Dr. Pepper. But he got a sack from the nickel corner spot. I just threw my hands up and say, oh yeah. You got it. You got it. You got it for sure. Cause boy,
Dr. Pepper is the drink of the gods.
Amen. Amen.
So, I can't with y'all. I cannot. Bo Martin says, why Type Attack be considered a P dog? What's a P dog? I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that.
Hey, he definitely need to add that, unless it's something going over my head.
Well, I guess we matched.
He a dog. He a dog, bro. I mean, if that's what you are referring to, he a dog, bro. Bro, man.
I guess why? Why we'll say why wouldn't
Man, you see them playbooks he put together?
Yeah.
His team just scored 35 points. His team just scored 35 points in the 4th quarter. He doing something right. I bet you Motor City wish they had a coach like that. I know Portland wish they had it. Hey, Denver doing their thing this year. But boy, you know how much better Denver would be with Type Attack right now?
Oh my God, Bo. He said add the P to dog like the P to the pack.
Okay. All right. You can have it. You got it.
See, this is why.
But you know how many teams, even teams with coaches, would love to have Type Attack right now?
I feel like Ty was just designing a quarterback for the new game years ago. Yeah.
A lot of teams at APF at the back end of the APF era was scared of Ty because Ty refused to come up off that speed and that scrambler, and they were scared of it, so they wasn't touching him. So guess what? He got the Seattle picked him and chose him, and then we walked into 2K8, and he the quarterback that everybody want to be now because he a dual threat. He could sling it, he can run, he could do whatever. Man,
That's it.
He looked into the future, and Seattle benefited from it. Because think about it, Ty went in the playbook, basically in the playbook and on his own with no experience, nobody over there really teaching him no playbooks, and they hit the ground running in the APF. I mean in the 2K4. So it's some teams out there that would be dying for that dude to be coaching them right now.
And it's about the dedication that you take the time out to do. Like if you're gonna wear the crown or the responsibility of being a coach or of that, you have to put in the work. You can't just guess, because if you guess, you're not going to be successful. So
and there's some
you
teams
have
out there
to
guessing.
be.
Some teams out there guessing. And there's some teams out there guessing.
I guess you have to in a sense, but then you have to pay attention to what works. And like some people are literally taking the time out, and then this is a lot of work, but it does show the time and the dedication, what it can do for you. They're literally writing down the plays that they see from their, and then they're okay. Well, I'm going to plug this in.
Right.
You know how much work that is?
A lot, because I've seen people, and I'm not a coach, but some people out there playing any, meeny, miny, mo with these playbooks, and it shows. And but I've seen the hours that guys putting playbooks together and simming, and it ain't as bad as it was back in APF. APF was terrible, man. I know Cam that took his Xbox, his all his APF, and flung them like frisbees. Boy, y'all tripping about 2K4, boy. You know how much easier 2K4 made life on Cam?
Mm-hmm.
He won't say it, but I mean, that's the reason why we here.
Oh, he has said it. He has said.
I mean,
I'm not sure before. That this move was to help make things easier for. Because guess what? He can end this tomorrow. If his wife says, "Hey, I need you to do more," guess what he gonna do?
Look at the RFL.
Mm-hmm.
Life happens sometimes, and if it's to make the load easier, and people out here crying, and people, we want another game. I say, y'all want another game after this man and his group then took the last year to put this together. Y'all think we going to another game tomorrow? Stop it.
No.
Might as well buckle up, because guess what? We're gonna be here for a while.
You might as well. And people were getting bored. Okay, so my thing was too, and I'm gonna let you go, I promise. But my thing was too, if you've been on 2K8 for years, you know how it works. You know what you can do. You know how to manipulate. You know how to get the
everybody was turning in the same playbooks.
Right. And so it's just like, where is the interest in that? I mean, everybody is just it's boring games. These games that we're watching now are nail biters. That Florida, that Florida game, 25-24. Hold on,
Alamo City. It was Florida, Alamo City.
Man, and you're not comfortable. You're paying for emotional content. That's what you get.
Yeah.
When we were in the other game, everybody was starting. It was like a carbon copy of everything, and you just got bored. Now this is not boring. Now you have to think. So it's respectable.
I like it, but it's subjective. Some people are gonna hate just to hate.
I'm sorry, Bo. I'm sorry.
Bo, y'all gonna bounce back, dog. Soto a dog. So he gonna figure it out.
Indeed. Well, listen, it was a pleasure having you chilling with me, man. Whenever you get a chance, man, come back on here and
it.
Come back and
I got some more questions for you.
Oh God. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this around, but no, that was cool though.
For sure.
That was cool though. But before I let you go, is there any impressions that you want to do, or is there any special shout outs that you want to give before I end it?
Shout out to Reno, Axel. Y'all been busting y'all tails. Shout out to Frostle. I know you watching. Bro, you do a lot for the team, and you bring morale to the team, and you one of the funniest cats. Shout out to all the legend, former, future, present. Y'all dope. I love y'all, man. Queen City, I'm coming. We coming, baby. We showing up. Y'all, they're a young team, bro, and I'm happy for them to finally get the ball rolling, man. And shout out to the league. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to Eddie in the Bahamas with his toes out. Shout out to Diggs. I hollered at him the other day. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody to make this whole experience dope and just having fun, man. And everybody stop getting so offended and stop hating all y'all life. Just enjoy the community for what it is. And that's it.
I love it. And I want to thank you. Shout out to you for sticking around and for watching or listening to this on the radio. I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to do so and find out why we love this community so much. You have all different types of podcasters, all different types of content that is offered through the league. Everyone has their own different takes, does their own different things, present the information differently. So it is good to be able to kind of listen and view other content just to kind of get the full spectrum of the league. But so then I want to say thank you all so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to bringing you another great podcast next week, y'all. And until then, y'all stay safe. Treat each other well. So for BJ, AJ, we are out. Please, guys, say your goodbyes in the chat, and I'll be happy to run them across the screen as the song plays. Okay? All right, BJ, thank you so much, honey.
Peace.
You got me working. I hope it's worth it. You tell me you're with on my purpose. You're doing whatever to hurt me. Ooh, it ain't nobody can do it like you, yeah, nah. Ooh, I need everything cool in the coupe like I got. Merry go round like a circus. I wanna buy a new bird. She wanna pop a new bird. Eliante on my body, diamonds hitting. It's hard to catch a vibe or go outside without you tripping. Got trying to lie me, I can't ride without my pistol. I bought my Kelly crocodile, but not no lizard. Bringing up the past, this shit I done done before. Your feet all in the sand, I flew her to Cabo. Her friend got a little Benz, she wanted the Range Rover. I'm watching on your gram, you're giving them angles. I'm paying for it. You ain't never gotta stress about no landlord. You ain't never gotta ask me what you plan for. Private jet, we putting stamps all on your passport. I got plan for it, leave your man for it. You got me working. I hope it's worth it. You tell me you're with on my purpose. You're doing whatever to hurt me. Ooh, it ain't nobody can do it like you, yeah, nah. Ooh, I need everything cool in the coupe like I got. Merry go round like a circus. I wanna buy a new bird. She wanna pop a new bird. You know you want me, so why you be playing for? The message and deliver, so what you delaying for? You think I'm up in the run, I'm in the studio. It's petty telling your friends all the info. Now you're hardcore, you can run by you with mean code. All your friends got on Chanel, only cargo. I go narco, whacking in the scene clothes. It's a double R hearse, little mama, you seeing ghosts. I know you type with me, you know the type of I am. I shoot it spikily. I don't give a damn what they saying, you better fight for me. Want me or you don't, tell the truth, don't be lying to me. Need you to be my peace, cause these streets get grimy. See you with another I be down. Man, I catch them up in traffic, cause my gun don't jam. You better pick up when you can.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 0.
You got me working. I hope it's worth it. You tell me you're with on my purpose. You're doing whatever to hurt me.